Hey guys, Rinji here. And there has been Twitter troubles once again. And if you can tell from the tone of my voice, I'm really quite pissed, quite disappointed at social media as I usually am. But whenever something happens on social media that's egregious, disgusting, terrifying, whichever adjective you want to use for it, you can usually disassociate from it because you're not personally involved. Whether it's some kind of event that happened a long time ago or something more recent, you can still kind of disassociate if it's not to your personal interests. But today is not one such case because a streamer, a YouTuber I used to watch back in the past has been dragged out of his name has been dragged out of peaceful rest because he's a person that's now deceased, and his name, his legacy has been dragged through the mud in a really disgusting way. What's Twitter very good at these days is canceling people, especially when it comes to canceling them over fiction. You can name hundreds, if not thousands, of examples of people going after other people for characters that they happen to like, and those people that are accused sometimes prostrate themselves, issue apologies to these unhinged mobs of other people, if you can even call them that at this point in time, because some of them really behave less than animals, but that's a kind of thing you can get bonked on YouTube these days, even though, metaphorically speaking, you may be right about that. So who I'm talking about, because I'm being extremely vague, I've been extremely vague for the last 3 minutes. I'm talking about the YouTuber and streamer Desmond Daniel Amofa, which was also called Etika, for those of you that don't know. Etika was a very popular streamer over 7 years ago, because it's been 7 years since he passed away. That was a very happy-go-lucky React streamer. He really liked video games, especially Nintendo games. People were very often tuning in to see his Nintendo reactions whenever Nintendo announced something new. Etika was always there to provide his, if not insights, to provide his good humor to all the reveals. And unlike some streamers these days, you could really tell that the guy had genuine love and passion for what he did, as well as for the games that he was so much in love with as well. And Etika had an illustrious career. He was also a model on the side. Everything seemed to have been, going his way at some point in time. But closer to 2019, even in 2018, maybe some people even saw it in 2017, people started to notice that his behavior had started to gradually change. He became erratic. It seemed like he's becoming very paranoid, very incomprehensible even, and very incoherent. And people have started to speculate that his mental health may be getting a hit from something. And they were right. Fast forward to 2019, Etika at some point became missing. People looking for him, like he just completely disappeared. His family couldn't find him, his friends couldn't find him, and then after a few days of even the police looking for him, issuing public announcements looking for Etika, they actually found him. They unfortunately found his body in a river, and he took his own life. because of his mental struggles and things that are kind of up in the air at this point in time, that have been kept private. But there are many speculations out there what caused this, like what led up to it. But this is not one of these videos, because that's a discussion for just another time. It's not the time to discuss this kind of thing. But yeah, this is what happened to Etika, unfortunately. And he's been dead for 7 years now. But some people these days, fast forward to 2026, current year, modern times, but worse times the same. People have found some tweets about Etika's love for specific characters in fiction. And what did these little monsters decide to do? Well, decided to call him names, drag him out, and call him a predator, a pedophile, and worse. Let's take a look at it. These are the specific tweets. Here's a user saying she's 15. Etika replying she's fiction. Another user joining the thread saying, I always never understood people treating drawn fictional porn like real porn. You all really can't decipher fantasy versus reality? It's fucking ridiculous. Really gonna take it there? Then all people who have ever fapped to hentai would be in jail. LOL, says Etika. If you see a hot-ass hentai chick, we fap. We don't fucking age-check a character in fiction whose age can be anything you fucking want. And isn't that the truth? At least this was the truth, the general internet back in 2018. But even then, there were signs of Tumblrites and other ne'er-do-wells growing up with the kind of mindset that fiction is, in fact, also reality. And whatever you do or think about certain specific fictional characters also means that you want to do the same things to them in real life. But of course. So what was Etika actually talking about here? He was talking about Zelda. Here's the actual set of tweets that people found and started to cancel him over. As you can see here, many retweets on the she's fiction part. A lot of them are being modern quote retweets, as well as replies to it. Also modern replies. And Etika was just talking about Smash Ultimate Zelda, and that he wants to suck on her toes. Like, normal, if you want to call it that, pervert behavior when it comes to fictional characters. There's a lot of goofy people like that out there. And it's just, a harmful joke about not like a not a harmful joke about a fucking fictional character. But people, as they do these days, didn't very much like that. Let's take a look what they said. Here's one also explaining that Etika was into many types of fiction. There's even videos of him talking about Sagiri. And here's a user by the name of Bondrude explaining it. Etika was a based lolicon at heart. Glad he was grounded enough to be able to separate fiction from reality. It's not a stain on his character, no matter how mad it makes idiots like at Isabra. It's just the truth. May he rest in peace. Also, he has a good taste. Sagiri is uo. And then people descended upon these specific tweets. Here's your general Palestinian flag user saying, fuck! That's what he said. Another one. Not you too, man. With a crying person as a reaction image. And this one really made people fucking mad. Etika was a lolicon posting a gif of a Lego character suffering. My dead goat was a lolicon. Here's this guy again. And then he decided to add this. Washed ASF. Probably deserved to die young. Crying cat emoji. No comment. Fucking Dragon Ball Z profile picture. Like, get a clue, guy. And reflect. Because that's the only thing I can say that's YouTube safe here. And then others that were trying kind of to whitewash what Etika said, that it was, you know, nothing bad, and it wasn't, but kind of twisting his words as well. Can we not bring up Etika tweeting this 8 fucking years ago for engagement? Seriously, it's mad disrespectful for a man who literally committed unalive to be using a bad moment for engagement bait. Crying emoji. Let the guy rest, seriously. Bad moment, guy. It wasn't a bad moment, my guy. He was just making a joke. This was a fun moment for people that actually watched and understood his content. And watching Etika and understanding him, at least, you know, back before everything happened to him, it was very easy. You just needed to tune in and listen to what the man was saying about stuff. It's really not that fucking deep. And then others cried real tears over this N-word's death. SMFH, dog. Etika, bro, please, we loved you. Yeah, I'm sure. Damn, Etika, it didn't have to be like this. Broken heart emoji. When you found out, your goat washed. Triple broken heart emoji. Etika, what the fuck, man? Let bro rest, man. He's a pedophile. Again, think about what you said, reflect, and then take actions. To make yourself better, that is. N-word, I look up to you. What the fuck? Question mark. Crying sack boy. Posting the age of consent in Japan. Because, you know, when you insult the guy, back in 2018 as well, you have to somehow bring up the age of consent, which is wrong in Japan anyway, even back then. God, you just love these fucking people. When you find out you're goat washed, when you find out you're goat washed with those broken heart emojis. No, says another user. Chief, this ain't it. And then disgruntled black man. You noticed a lot of black man reaction images. Having mental breakdowns over this kind of thing. Kind of telling. Why? Why you? He made a statement so trash, even his gang clowned on him. I have to address this one in particular. I looked through a lot of these people's profiles. People barely, and I mean barely in their 20s, sometimes even younger than that, like 19, 18, some minors there as well. And I'm supposed to believe that you guys watched Etika over 7 years ago. You grade schoolers, you're tuning into Etika. You fucking toddlers tuning into Etika. And then you make these enlightened statements that you just find out that your goat, as you call him, is a lolicon, and he thought, you know, fiction is not reality. You just found it out. If you watched Etika even for like 2-3 streams, sometimes even one was enough, you knew what he liked, what he was into, especially when anime was involved, when he started talking about it in his usual very upbeat, passionate way. You knew he was the real deal, and he wasn't faking anything for anybody. And you're here 7 years later, fucking telling me that you were a fan, that this guy was your goat, he was the greatest of all time. But somehow, when you learned about his taste in fiction, he's suddenly some kind of equivalent to a predator. Like, get absolutely fucked, my guy. Like, all of you. And this is just like a few of them. You don't even want to see what happened to the guy that, you know, said that he deserved to, you know, not be alive. Because that guy, oh man, he's gonna get skinned alive, most likely. And I would say deservingly so. So with that, I just have to say, enough Twitter for now. And I hope this trend of canceling people over fiction is gonna end one day. Maybe once a new generation comes in that's fed up with this current generation of retarded Zoomers and an older generation Alpha. Maybe the younger generation Alpha is gonna take over, because that's how it usually happens. Like, generation after generation, they want to oppose one another. They don't usually take, you know, in each other's footsteps. It's all a game of opposites. One older generation thinks the kids nowadays are all fucked up, and they cannot understand them. And at this point, this is also me. This is I, as an older fucking millennial here. Zoomers really are a doomed generation. Maybe some generation Alpha kids are gonna grow up better, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just lose interest at some point and will just not look into it. But for now, I'm just gonna be keeping up what I'm doing and just hope for the best. But for right now, that's everything. And I hope to see you on the next one.